So I'm expecting some good things from Ash. It's a shame he can't go to like QuakeCon or stuff like that. And
Yeah, he
has
didn't
been
make
to
it to
DreamHack?
He didn't
No.
make it to DreamHack either. He was for me is like the guy that I wanted to see. That the one guy that was missing from that tournament, I think. Because we had everyone else pretty much. We even had Aveg, we had Kilson, we had Toxic, we had everyone.
He plays most of his games on like 70 ping and still rapes faces. So
yeah. So here we go. We're jumping into the game. First map between Twister and Ash. It's going to be Sinister, and I hope that we don't see any craziness already. Though we're seeing some rails coming in from Ash to steal that mega health, and he managed to do that successfully. Look at this. Look at this for a start.
Can't really argue with that start, can you?
No, it's quite immense. And he's trying to trap the LG here. This is what he's doing. This is there it is. And Twister, showed his face. He wanted that LG. It's a really good strategy to go for because the LG is so exposed. This is one of the maps where at the beginning it's really good to easy to trap it. And wow, look at that. Twister still really hellbent on getting that LG, and it was actually the end of him. So
yeah, I mean, people always talk about item control and setting up traps around items, but it's actually a lot easier to set up traps around the weapons because I guess players don't expect it that much. And if you can control the weapons, then obviously you're going to have an advantage in some capacity. So
yeah, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. Changes options so much. And, whoa, a little hop there. Good.
Yeah,
rocket.
One of my biggest gripes with this map are the initial spawns. And as we've seen, I guess Twister, I didn't actually catch what Twister did, but he obviously made quite a severe mistake to get flaming nothing.
It was Ash got the rail spawn and Twister got the mega spawn and the rocket above the yellow. Instead of going straight for the LG red,
he dropped down to the yellow.
He went above the mega and Ash ran in and railed him back before he could go on top of it. So he lost everything in that sense. And
it's not a nice feeling to be so far on the back foot from the very get-go.
Good steal of the red there from Twister.
Oh,
but Ash,
crucial.
He is on right now. He's hitting his shots. I love seeing 80% next to that rail.
Server are we on?
I want to see more.
He's on 72 ping. Okay.
72 ping. Good God.
Yeah, he's a bit of a machine.
There you go. Ash just dropped in all the armor on the map. And this is really a very difficult map out of control. Much more so than Blood Run, even though you can slow it down in a similar fashion to Blood Run.
Difficult out of control, but it is very possible to play this map extremely slowly. Kind of like.
So where then is Twister going wrong, would you say, right now? Just bad reads or bad map awareness?
Bad map awareness is obviously crucial, but he's not getting information. He's kind of just going out into the open, and Ash is catching him. Just like, it's not a bad steal, but he's got no weapons, so he's going to die.
And it's kind of the question, there was an investment there.
Is it worth it? No, because he's Twister hitting no rockets. The thing he's not doing, what we saw, for example, Pavel doing very well, is that he would play an extremely slow game, take up positions he knew were safe until he got the knowledge he needed where he could move elsewhere. Going for that lightning gun twice, for example, eating the trap, he didn't know where Ash was, so he should have assumed that Ash was waiting for him somewhere in that zone, and that ever since then he's never been able to get back into the game.
So here we have Ash, continuing the control.
This could be better because he's hiding himself, so I'm going to go out on a limb.
Nice little push into Twister. Again, it felt like a map awareness issue.
Yeah.
And Twister not perhaps stopping and listening, producing.
Unless you're 100% sure where your opponent is, it's always dangerous to take that jump pad because it's just so exposed.
It's the way when I'm playing, I like to do it these days. It's just, like you say, you wait for the information to try to confirm a position. And whilst you're doing that, you stay in positions where you can escape.
Yes, exactly.
So then you can always get out of trouble. And of course we're seeing Twister committing to a lot of spots here. Lots of damage, good damage done to Ash, but Twister's lower still. Ash, if he can connect the shot. Oh my goodness, this could be very close. Twister still in harm's way, very much so. Ash peeking for the shots. He hits another rail. Twister surely to go down after another one. There is more rail action as he tries to escape, but finally Ash will cut his chase short, and the Mega is going to be coming up as well. That's a very long and drawn out fight, I gotta say.
Yeah, it was. It cost Ash the red in the end because Twister got the red spawn, but that's okay. He's still got the item. No lightning gun ammo though. That's the next priority for Ash once he picks up this yellow.
Oh dear, he didn't even realize that's going to cost him a lot of stack. He's going to go back up the jump pad, but oh, a bit worse for Webb, but the rockets are going to be saving him right there. Good stuff coming in from Ash. Good crisis management, but again, that nasty red armor spawn for Twister, and that might even result in a frag for the German player. He's going to make it happen. He's quite low in Mega Spawn, though. This could be really good for Ash, actually.
Well, the biggest success Twister's found on this map so far has been using his rail. He is renowned for being more of a rail player, so I'd like to see him utilizing that on the defense a bit more, since he really hasn't been using it enough.
1 mega for him so far.
1 mega. And that was the one where he still died.
Here we go, another bit of aggression from Ash. Twister.
He has no idea on that line sometimes, because he missed the 3 mega, and he waited for nearly like 20 seconds for that yellow armor.
Just trading here, you know, Ash winning position towards that mega health. Good rockets, and Twister kind of being a little bit greedy, perhaps, not taking the message soon enough that he shouldn't be there, and Ash punishes him, gets another frag on the board. Looking very, very grim now for Twister. He's down 8 frags. It's doable in this map, but at the same time, he has to get control first, and that's to really come back into this with the time that he has remaining. You need to see that control switched around really in the next minute, at the very least.
And I think the thing about people on the defense is they're kind of desperate to get their hands on an item, when the reality is that the first port of call for someone on the defense is to keep the score down. Like, just don't die. If you don't die, then you're having a successful defense. You can get items secondary. Your escape and your life is far more important. Because what's the point of getting an item if you just give them away a free frag for the whole map? Yeah,
it's a really, really big deal.
And that's something Twister's not been doing. He's been too anxious to get on items, be it a yellow, be it a red or a mega. Even weapons, like just get the information, stay alive. If it's 1-0 with 1 minute to go and you get a lucky rocket, then you might win. You never know.
This is actually a problem that I had to remedy in my own game, because I've been playing a bit recently, where I noticed that I was sacrificing too much, as you're saying, 4 items, thinking that, oh, you know, if I just keep building the stack. But in reality, I'd be putting myself into poor positions, whereas you can sacrifice getting on an item that might be spawning, and instead, like you said, you get information, and then that information informs you to where they're going to be. So you can avoid them longer, and you know more. And then that also enables you to actually, you know, if they make a mistake, you can pick up on it more quickly.
Exactly. I mean, once you've got an item time, you have the information available to know if you could push or if you should back off, for example. And there are different play styles for being on the defense. For example, Ash is well renowned for wanting to give away frags in exchange for getting control back, because he plays so well in control.
Yep.
But Twister hasn't really put on enough pressure to demonstrate that ability just yet. He kind of just been caught in 2 minds a lot of the time.
Ash has shown us today so far, at least in this game, that he is pretty on right now. He's hitting some great shots.
Yeah.
He looks composed. He hasn't really been making any significant errors. We're not seeing shaky, weird decisions as we've been seeing from everyone else today so far. So that's refreshing to see. Nice little rail in the distance there by Twister, but
this is what I feared we'd see from Twister. It's kind of almost a half-hearted effort, almost knowing he's going to lose anyway, and almost not dueling properly, because he's capable of much better results than we've been seeing.
Actually, I'm just thinking about it. Another point which is cool about the not obsessing overly on items as well.
Oh god!
Oh, I didn't know you could go there. That's actually quite a cool spot, isn't it?
That's I don't know when you'd use it, but that's not what he intended. So carry on.
But yeah, so the point I was going to make is to do with the fact that playing to the expectations of your opponent, because the very basic expectation of every jeweler is that that control is going to be, you know, going for that one item that you're leaving up as well. So if you're playing away from their expectations, you're forcing them to think, or you're forcing them to guess, and that's, I found, a really strong and sometimes frustrating position for certain players to be in.
It is. It kind of baffles you. It's very daunting not knowing what your opponent's doing, because even if you don't know where they are, you generally have a good idea of what they want, because you can work out their priorities and plan around that. But if you go and like set a trap at a yellow, for example, and waste a bit of time, and then they're not there, hey, they might have just stolen the mega because they kind of outthought you. So yeah, playing the yellows on the defense can be a negative thing as well.
it's like considering how predictable it can be, you're effectively able to preserve more stack by not getting more stack in a lot of senses too. So
as we've seen a lot today, like taking items, for example, the ZTN red, you'll generally end up with a deficit stack than you went in with. So is it worth it? And the answer is no, a lot of the time. Now, this game is pretty much dead time. So
yeah,
do you know next map?
Indeed, 18-4 is going to be the final score on map number 1. Sinister won handily by Twister there. So, bit of a lackluster performance perhaps from Twister. I mean, any other comments about it, really?
I mean, it's always going to be hard against a caliber of like Ash, for example, when you're out of control from the very first second. But Twister didn't play the defense well at all. He gave away too many angles, too many situations for Ash to capitalize on his open position. He should have played it a bit more slower. Got his information together before he made his moves.
Well, there you go. I mean, it seemed pretty desperate in a lot of senses from Twister. I mean, Ash just played his game. He just got to play his game, and Twister never surprised him really. No,
I think it's a good warm up for Ash. Again, like we did with Evil, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. This is Twister, and say, hey, warm-up match.
And I got to say, this is a much more interesting group as well, because you got Ash, you got Noctis, and you got Cypher as well.
One's going out. That's,
yeah. Is it going to be?
It would have been very, very interesting if Seven had stuck around, because he could have pulled a result.
Yeah, that's the thing. It would have been the group of death for sure. I mean, it is the group of death still, but I mean, it would have been very, very interesting. Seven has always been improving. Like, he always gets better.
What's your prediction
of this group?
Yes.
For this group. It's always
weird
when Noctis is in the mix. Okay, so for this group, I'm going to have to say Cypher and Ash, but I want to believe Noctis.
Oh, you would believe?
I want to believe Noctis.
Okay. I would say Cypher and Ash as well.
I'm going to say Noctis.
Noctis.
I'm going to go with my belief.
Be controversial.
Belief is better than...
You do that.
Yeah. But it was starting with the next map. Cure is match point, of course, for Ash. Ash is a Cure beast.
Yeah, this is Cure. This is actually Ash's map, I believe.
You can see him whizzing along at the start. It's definitely going well at the moment. He's pretty much getting the LG start. And that's always nice to have the options to fight with the LG. Gives you a lot of comfort for the red. We see a bit of a scuffle going on there, though. And Ash taking a lot of damage, but still, he's going to have by far the better position on red, because Twister can't drop the pressure because he doesn't have that LG. So he stays above, dealing damage. Ash, though, gets away without really taking all that much damage at all. So this is going okay for him. And Twister, no, he's going to take so much free damage from Ash.
What is he doing?
Swings back into the favor of the Russian.
Why is he sticking around?
Pick up there for Ash. So all's well in the end for him. A bit shaky, actually. Twister able to get a bit of an advantage, but kind of throwing it away, and now getting caught at the green.
Just that, for example, that green is always a very, very easy bait for the person in control, and Twister just jumping into it. It's just free pickings for Ash.
Yeah, it's a bit too enticing for Twister, perhaps. And we're going to see Ash just running the show right now. Good timing from him. Knows the Megas first before that red armor. Of course.
Perfect split, yeah.
These players don't get to play with the items clock on the left. That's how it goes. They got to do, I don't know, rudimentary arithmetic.
Yeah.
So a nice little direct there. What is happening over here? 6 health left for Twister. He's having a good time. Just look at this. Look at the difference. It's nice, isn't it? And Ash, he doesn't have to do anything. If I was in Ash's position, I would probably just play standard and just be like, just see if Twister would make a desperate mistake.
Ash is a very aggressive player, though. He enjoys pushing in for frags. He won't sit around on this lead. He'll try and capitalize for sure.
So, in Twister's position, you're out of control. How do you handle this situation?
Just do what he just did. Try and take good positions and hit cheeky rails. Oh, not like this.
Nice Ash beating Twister to the chase there. He's getting around that corner a bit too soon for Twister's liking. Had to evacuate. And
this red is always kind of a random RNG item that if you do know the timing, you can punish them severely for going in there, because it's like this kind of mega on Hectic. If you're trapped in there, you can just die outright.
Rails coming in. Risky could receive some, but Ash unable to return anything, so the risk kind of paying off. There's one at the end. Nice little rail from Ash.
Yeah, he hit 2 really nice ones. The third, he missed. After that, probably should have got out of there, trying to back onto the red without taking damage. Instead, he got greedy, and that happens when you're hitting your shots because you try and do a little bit more, and in the end, it can bite you in the ass.
Good catch by Ash there. I like how you're talking like, you know, being a bit greedy and wanting to go for more damage. And I like how it also can work the other way. It's like you miss the shots, you're like, well, I just want to hit one.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like the same.
So
way.
many times you're like, oh, I'm hitting well. Let's go. And then you push in, and in the end, you receive probably double the damage you put out in the first place.
Yeah. Oh wow, good plasma. What is going on with that? Twister unleashing the beast, the fury within, and it's going to get him a lot of damage, but it's not going to get him the frag. And Ash is recovering quite quickly, but not quick enough. If only he had a 25 or something up to take, he would have been absolutely okay. But Twister has an opportunity now.
Already Twister's shown that his rail defensively can be a weapon. At 55%, there's nothing to be sniffed at. I don't understand why he didn't use it before. Nevertheless, he's doing it on cure, and that's fine. His timing's been off, though, on both maps, so...
That's too much half stone for Twister, I think.
I mean, it's always more preferable to take the red before the mega because the mega can be baited so hard. He's just lucky that Ash didn't realise the red was still up.
Here we go. Twister is spying in. Does spot Ash over there. And Ash going to dart away though.
That's nice for Ash. Now he's going to got 2 greens, that yellow.
Yeah. Twister doesn't know that he's behind him, and good free rocket there for Ash. He's going to go for some more. Caught to a committed engagement. He has the opportunity to back away, but Twister doesn't. Twister stays in and finishes off the fight. Ash maybe thought that he had a better chance than he did there. Oh, doesn't manage to get the frag. Do you feel that was the case, that Ash saw a good situation, but just he thought that it was better than it was? Or
no, that's just standard Ash. He knew Twister was low, so if Twister comes in, he does exactly what he just did. He gets a hell of a lot of damage and steals the red. If Twister doesn't come in, then Ash gets a free red. Either way, it's a win-win.
Very good opening rocket there from Twister. Very good predictive rocket. After spawn, that's going to win him the red. So now Twister's back in the running again after Ash had, with his aggression, taking the situation back into his own hands. And now we see Ash, of course, just repositioning, more concerned with this red armor. Going to be grabbing this rail, very important weapon to have. And Twister going to catch him out of position here. This is big for Twister. He's going to make the fight work. That's a good frag. Finds the rail off the spawn. Ash maybe should have slow spawned. Oh, what the hell just happened? A triple pummel there for Ash, and Twister has to be fuming after that.
That is why you don't go for the cocky rail finishes with them. No, you just switch out. Easy LG. Half a second all it would have taken. Wow. Man, Twister. That is poor.
I would be raging.
But that's nice.
For sure. Either way, Ash now up 3 frags. Not much stack to talk about though. No armor at all on him. Twister's rocking 100 armor at the moment, and he's just got to keep building on this. He's gonna grab himself all the weapons. Got the rail, looking for that LG now. Oh, this could be bad. He's not in the best spot to dodge from against that LG of Ash. He's just drilling into him right now, and he's gonna finish him off, melting Twister's face.
That was just poor positioning. He should never have dropped with that lightning gun right there, because as you saw, Ash could just easily push him with a weapon advantage.
Ash is... we can hear him hearing Twister. We can see him, we can experience him hearing Twister. I don't know. I'm just going to move on now. Just going to move on. Move on from this.
Ouch, trap.
He kept careful tabs though on Twister's position. Goes in for the fight. Twister's defense though is pretty good, and that rocket, I mean, that makes a difference. And
I don't know why Ash stuck around. I don't know why Ash stuck around just there.
I know why.
Okay, why?
I'm sure of this. I'm sure I've done
he anticipated that spawn.
No, okay, so the reason he did that was because he kept tabs on where Twister was. He knew where he was going to take the fight about 10 seconds in advance against Twister. And so he went in there with the expectations of the fight with the stack that he had. He didn't count on Twister hitting the direct rocket.
No,
and then he didn't change.
To delay Twister to get back onto the red. But after eating that rocket, he was always on the back foot.
So he just wanted to just go for it.
And if he didn't get that spawn right now, he wouldn't be 10-5 up.
Alright, so you think you plan for the spawn?
No, I don't think you plan for the spawn.
Okay,
You
okay.
can never plan for the spawn. If you plan for a spawn, then you've got a retarded game time. Because that is not the way to play.
Well, you know, we've seen some crazy stuff today.
I mean, no, there are plays where you can play for the spawn. For example, killing yourself after a long, drawn-out red fight, hoping you get a mega spawn, for example, because on the other side of the map. That works. But I don't know why he went like this long gone.
Well, Ash is definitely getting some frags on the board now. These follow-up aggressions have been working really well for him so far, and that's really been the bane of the existence of Twister on Kyo so far. Some good rocket defense there going in around this red. Ash is really catching him off guard. Good response, but Twister's going to need some more damage here. Oh, and he gets it. That's great stuff there from Twister.
This is the red trap we were talking about earlier, how Twister, probably a bit late now, but he could have used that trap a lot earlier when he was out of control.
And the Mega will be there for Twister, but it is the bait here from Ash. And Ash is going to land 2 rails. There's the return. Ash sticking in, though. He does manage to finish it off. Really close stuff between these two guys. The scoreboard does really not justify it all. Twister, I'm just thinking back to the moment with the pummel.
That cost him like a weapon, like one stupid weapon choice where you got a bit cocky because you got a few frags together after a couple of nice shots, and bam, Ash turns around with the cooler dodge quad pummel.
It was insane. Oh, Twist. Oh yeah, he had armor. I thought he was going to create it, but no. 13-6 looks like
Habitable in the end.
it looks like, yeah. I mean, this could have been Twister's.
It really could have. It was
so many spots. So many spots.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you think, why did you do this? It's like watching Demon all over again. It's like, why Twister? What happened here?
All right, well.
But I mean, in the end, it was deserved by Ash. He played a good game.
He's shown out of all the players today that he has his head together. He's really on point.
He's also got a very different style, like to anyone else that's really been playing. Always jumping around, being super aggressive, stuff like that.
Yeah. So we got Cypher Noctis next, which could actually be maybe the best series because
or it could be the worst.
maybe it could also be the worst. But usually these two have really good games because they're both really smart players.
That's true. I'm actually looking forward to it. I mean, you always like to see Cypher play, and it's good that Noctis is back. He's always a quality jeweler, and because he comes from that era where, like the old school era, he has a different play style to modern players, and he plays it a lot smarter than people like myself or other new schoolers, and it's always good to see that.
All right, guys, we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Cypher and Noctis. So tell your friends, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.